The alarm clock stops ringing. The morning commute is a distant memory. The daily rush to get out the door has vanished. For many new retirees, this newfound freedom feels like a long-awaited prize. Yet after the initial bliss fades, a quiet problem often emerges. The very structure that once felt like a burden was also a powerful guide. It dictated when you woke up. It dictated when you ate. It dictated when your day truly began. Without it, the vast, open expanse of a retirement morning can feel less like a blessing and more like a blank, intimidating canvas. You might find yourself drifting. 1 hour blurs into the next. You're unsure where the time has gone. This lack of a built-in schedule can lead to slow, invisible, unhelpful routines. You might stay in bed longer than planned. You might scroll the news until your eyes ache. The television can become the default companion, its chatter filling the silence from breakfast until lunch. These aren't intentional choices. They're habits that form in a vacuum, filling the space once occupied by a career. Over weeks and months, passive mornings accumulate. You can feel lethargic. You can feel uninspired. You can feel disconnected from the vibrant life you imagined. In your working years, the morning was often a mad dash, a necessary preparation for the day ahead. In retirement, the morning becomes something else entirely. It is a unique period of calm and potential, a time when your mind and body are at their freshest. Think of it as a daily reset. After a night of rest, your willpower is at its peak. Your mind is clearer, less cluttered by the decisions and distractions that accumulate as the day wears on. This makes the morning the most fertile ground for planting the seeds of positive habits that can grow and flourish throughout the rest of your day. The way you begin your day sets the trajectory for everything that follows. This concept is known as keystone habits, where one small positive action creates a ripple effect of other good behaviors. If you start your morning with a purposeful activity, like a short walk or a few minutes of reading, you create a sense of accomplishment. This small win provides a burst of momentum. You are more likely to eat a healthier lunch, tackle a project you have been putting off, or connect with a friend. Conversely, a slow, aimless start can create negative momentum, making the entire day feel sluggish and unproductive. Furthermore, establishing a positive morning routine provides a crucial sense of structure and predictability in a life that may now lack it. Humans are creatures of habit. We find comfort and security in rhythm. A consistent morning ritual acts as an anchor in your day, a stable point you can return to regardless of what else is happening. This predictability is not about rigidity or boredom. It is about creating an automated launchpad for a good day. It reduces decision fatigue, the mental exhaustion that comes from making too many choices, freeing up your mental energy for more creative and enjoyable pursuits. Changing long-standing habits can feel like a monumental task, but it does not have to be. The reason most attempts at change fail is that they are too big, too sudden, too complicated. The 1-2-3 habit swap is a simple, effective system designed to overcome these hurdles. It breaks down the process into 3 manageable steps. It is not about a massive overhaul of your life overnight. It is about making one small positive change that is so easy, you cannot say no. The first step is to 1. Identify one habit to change. This is the most critical part of the process because it requires focus. Do not try to fix everything at once. The desire to transform your entire morning routine in one go is a recipe for overwhelm and failure. Instead, shine a spotlight on a single specific action that you feel is holding you back. For example, instead of a vague goal like be healthier, identify a concrete habit. Watching 2 hours of news on TV right after I wake up. Lying in bed scrolling on my phone until 10 a.m. starting the day with a sugary pastry and coffee. Pick just one. The second step is to 2. Pick a good swap. Once you have identified the habit you want to change, choose a new positive habit to take its place. The key here is to make the new habit incredibly small and easy to do. Your goal is not to run a marathon on day 1, it is simply to put on your walking shoes. A good swap for watching TV could be a 10-minute walk around the block. A swap for lying in bed could be sitting in a comfortable chair by the window with a cup of tea for 5 minutes. A swap for a sugary pastry could be eating a bowl of yogurt with a few berries. The new habit should feel almost ridiculously simple. The final step is to 3. Repeat and celebrate consistency is what turns an action into a habit. Your mission is to perform your new small habit every single morning for at least 1 week. To make this easier, track your progress. Get a calendar and put a big, satisfying check mark on each day you complete your swap. This visual proof of your success is a powerful motivator, and do not forget to celebrate your wins. The celebration itself can be small, a moment to savor a cup of your favorite coffee, a short call to a friend, or simply telling yourself, I did it. This positive reinforcement helps your brain associate the new habit with a good feeling, making you more likely to repeat it. The beauty of the 1-2-3 habit swap lies in its flexibility. The system works with any habit you want to change. The key is to choose a swap that is positive, appealing, and easy to implement. What works for one person may not work for another. Choose routines that match your interests and abilities. Below are 4 practical habit swaps for retirees. Use these as inspiration. Swap A, from screen time to green time, the old habit, TV or laptop at breakfast. News and social media can set your mood. New habit, spend 20 minutes in nature, not a strenuous hike. Walk to the end of your street and back. Sit on your porch with a cup of tea. Tend a few potted plants on your balcony. Daylight and nature boost mood, regulate your clock, and lower stress. To make it easy, place your walking shoes by the door the night before. Swap B, from bedbound to bookbound. Many linger in bed scrolling their phone. That inertia is hard to break. Swap, sit up, get out of bed, read 10 pages. Read a novel, read a biography, read a magazine. Anything not on a glowing screen. Reading wakes your mind without online anxiety. To make this swap stick, place the book you want to read on your bedside table before you go to sleep. It will be the first thing you see. Swap C, from sugar crash to protein power. Many start with a sweet roll, or a sugary cereal, often paired with coffee. That spike leads to a mid-morning crash. Swap, choose a protein-rich breakfast. 2 scrambled eggs, Greek yogurt with a handful of nuts, a protein smoothie. Protein gives sustained energy and focus. Pre-portion ingredients the night before. Swap D, from news overload to mindful minutes. It's tempting to dive into headlines first thing. That can set a tone of anxiety for the day. Swap, spend the first 5 minutes in a quiet, mindful practice before media. Try a breathing exercise. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4, exhale for 6, or do a few gentle stretches. This calms the nervous system and improves focus. A simple trick. Put a sticky note on your remote or phone that says, breathe first. Theories and systems are useful, but nothing illustrates the power of a small change quite like a real story. I saw this firsthand with my neighbor Joan. A retired school teacher in her early 70s, Joan had looked forward to retirement for years. She had visions of gardening, volunteering, reading the stack of books piled high in her living room. But about 6 months after she left her job, I noticed a change. Her energy seemed lower. The cheerful waves she used to give me from her porch became less frequent. When we spoke over the fence one afternoon, she confessed she was feeling lost. Her mornings, she explained, had become a black hole. Without the need to be at school by 7:30 a.m., she found herself staying in bed until 9, then moving to the sofa to watch morning talk shows for hours. By the time I feel like I should do something, it's already lunchtime, she told me. The whole day feels like it's slipping away before it even starts. She felt tired, unmotivated, and a little disappointed in herself. Her days lacked the purpose she had craved for so long. And it all started with those first few unstructured hours. I mentioned the idea of a simple habit swap, focusing on just one tiny change. Skeptical but willing to try anything, Joan decided to target her biggest time sink, the morning TV marathon. Her old habit was clear: watch television. From roughly 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. For her swap, she chose something she used to love but had stopped doing: walking. But she knew a long walk felt daunting, so she made the new habit incredibly small. Her goal was to simply put on her walking shoes and walk to the park bench at the end of her block and back. A 10-minute journey at most. The first few days were an effort. The pull of the sofa was strong, but she had put her shoes by the door, a visual cue she could not ignore. She did her short walk. After a week, something shifted. The 10-minute walk started to feel good. She began walking a little further, to the duck pond in the park. Soon her 20-minute walk became the part of her morning she looked forward to most. She told me the fresh air woke her up and cleared her head. She started sleeping better. That one small win gave her the momentum to tackle other things. She started volunteering at the library twice a week. Her mornings now had a purpose, and it'd transform the rest of her day. Knowing the steps is one thing, putting them into practice is another. Here is a simple day-by-day plan for your first week of the 1-2-3 habit swap. Think of this as a friendly roadmap, not a rigid rulebook. The goal is not perfection, but progress. Follow this guide for 1 week to lay a strong foundation. Day 1. Choose your one thing. Today is for reflection and decision. Take a few minutes to think about your current morning routine. Write down one small habit that isn't serving you. Be specific. Hitting the snooze button 3 times? Eating cookies with your coffee? Turning on the TV immediately? Now choose one positive, small swap. Walk 5 minutes beats exercise for an hour. Write the new swap next to the old habit. This makes it real. Day 2. Prepare your environment. Make habits obvious and easy. Reduce friction. If walking, lay out shoes and comfortable clothes. If reading, place your book and reading glasses on your nightstand. If a healthy breakfast, set out the bowl and spoon on the counter. Make the new choice the path of least resistance. Day 3. Execute and track. Day 4. Execute and track. Day 5. Execute and track. When you wake, your only goal is to complete the one tiny habit. Don't think about the rest of the day. Just do it. Celebrate as soon as you complete it. Make a large checkmark on the calendar on your fridge. That visual feedback reinforces the behavior. Notice how you feel after the swap. Do you feel a little more energetic? A little prouder? Acknowledge that feeling. Day 6. Add an ally. Habits stick easier when they're social. Add a social layer to your routine. If you miss a day, don't worry. Get back on track. Call a friend while you walk. Text your son or daughter after 5 minutes of stretching to say you did it. Sharing progress creates gentle, positive accountability. It makes the journey less lonely and more enjoyable, increasing your chances of sticking with it. We have explored the quiet problem of the unstructured retirement morning and why reclaiming this time is so vital for your well-being. We have broken down the simple, powerful framework of the 1-2-3 habit swap and shown practical examples you can use right away. You have seen Joan's story. One small, consistent change creating ripples that transform an entire day. Now the knowledge is yours, but knowledge alone does not create change. Action does. I'm not asking you to reinvent your life tomorrow. I'm not asking for a rigorous new regimen for the rest of your years. I'm asking for something simpler, smaller, achievable. Try this for just 1 week. 7 days. That is the challenge. Pick one small habit you want to change. Choose one tiny positive swap. Commit to it each morning for the next 7 days. That is all.